Hello heroes, Kelthar of the Heroes and Legends, and welcome back to the RPG Corner. Last time in the Legend of Heroes Trails of Cold Steel, I left you with a cliffhanger. An attack was launched upon the watchtower in the Nord Highlands. Now, the conclusion of that attack. Let's see what happened. Same day, 6:30 a.m. I should have heard the attack in the settlement. Ah, that was a great meal. I don't think I could eat another bite. After how much we ate yesterday, I'm surprised we were still able to pack away this much food. Well, you're all growing boys and girls, so eat up. Riding takes a lot of energy, so I'd say eating like this is normal after a day out on the plains. Would anyone like more? I should probably refrain. If there's any chicken left, we can wrap it in bamboo and take it with us. Who knows, we might need something to gnaw on while we're out there today. Okay, let me help too. I'll pour the leftover tea into some containers for you. Thanks. You really are too kind. You're our guest. What kind of host would we be if we didn't treat you as such? Anyway, here's the grand list of the tasks you'll be attending to today. Field study envelope June. Oh, it's just one quest. Nord Highlands North Monster. Client Lacan, a large unknown monster, has been seen around the northern part of the Highlands. It must be exterminated at all costs. Monster details unknown, location southwest area of the Northern Highlands near a cliff ledge. Figured it couldn't hurt to give you fewer than yesterday. Feel free to take advantage of that extra time to do whatever strikes your fancy. Maybe go off the beaten path a bit. Understood. Thank you again for everything. Hee, do you want to spend more time with your grandfather today, Elisa? Sounds like you weren't able to spend much time with him yesterday. Gwyn stayed in the Elder's home yesterday, right? I imagine he ought to be up and about soon. We'd have no objections to completing this morning's task without you if you wish to spend more time with him. But, Lacan, are you there? Elder, yes, I'm here. Oh, good morning. Grandfather? Norton? Good morning, everyone. Sorry to intrude. Well, it looks like, at least the grandfather looks like he's smiling. Judging by the looks on your faces, it seems not all is well. I'm afraid you're right. We received word from Zender Gate just a short while ago. They say the Imperial Army's watchtower has been attacked. What? It sounds like it all happened in the middle of the night. And that's not the last of it either. The Republican Army's base has been attacked too. This isn't going to be pretty. Oh, shit. Same day, 8 a.m. Oh shit, airships. 3rd Armored Division Military Airships Cavalier Gliere. Republican Army 8th Area Division Aviation Regiment Aldebaran. Jeez. Lieutenant General Vander. Airborne Armored Division being sent out first as always. I see. I suppose it's only a matter of time before they give the order to the armored regiments too. Lieutenant General, we've confirmed the deaths of 2 of the guard. No! A further 3 have sustained serious injuries, but we've been able to stabilize their condition. Zats! I don't care about Roan, but Zats! Have the medics see to them the second they arrive. Yes, sir. Contact Zender Gates. Prepare the 3rd Armored Division for deployment. I want all armored vehicles ready to move before I return. Hey, you sure you don't need us to help? Appreciate your willingness, but we'll be fine. We're used to the procedures for moving the settlement in case of an emergency. The same goes for you, Gaius. I assume you'll be heading to Zender Gate to learn more about the current situation from Lieutenant General Vander. Not as a citizen of Nord, but as a student of Thor's military academy. I will. Will you be staying here, Grandfather? I will. I can use the truck after all. And since I was here anyway, I might as well do what I can to get the settlement ready to move. Alright, please take care of yourself. I'm sorry, Elder Lacan. I feel terrible that I can't help you when you need it most. You have your own job to do. There's no need to worry about us. May the blessing of the winds and the goddess be with you all. Take care. We will. We must make for Zender Gate at once. Indeed, we need to find out as much as we can about what happened. The photographer Norton accompanied the party. The northern reaches of the Nord Highlands are temporarily inaccessible.
Here we go!
Okay, now... Oh. Confused. You know what? I don't know. Let me save, because I'm not sure if I'm supposed to talk to him. Will that trigger something? Oh. Let's then hurry over to Zender Gate, Gaius, and I will say that as you follow your heart, whatever you do, be sure to have no regrets. Excuse me, Lacan, we'd like to ask some question about the monster you want us to exterminate. Sure, ask away. While it's not a required task, it can't hurt to know more about it just in case. In that case, we would like to know about the monster itself. Based on their quest, it's a type of monster no one's ever seen before. Yes, I can confirm this as of this morning. In fact, just its figure alone is a mystery. What I saw there was no ordinary monster, but a giant made of stone. A giant made of stone? That sounds remarkably similar to the golems from old fairy tales. We have legends of such a creature as well, and now that you mention it, that monster was strikingly similar to what's described in those stories. That's just bizarre. I've got a bad feeling about this. Me too, we should probably get rid of it quickly before anything happens. That's exactly why I decided to assign you this task. If you're going after it, head over to the southwestern area of the Highlands Northern region. However, keep in mind that there's no need to force themselves should it prove to be more dangerous than anticipated. Got it. Thanks for the information, Dad. Either way, we should go and get a look at it ourselves at least. We can decide what to do after that. Be careful out there. May the blessing of the winds and the goddess be with you. So yeah, that was just the quest that I can't do because it's in the Nord, or it's in the Northern Highlands, and I have to go to the south. We should probably... I don't know if I can... Everyone's healed up, so I guess we'll just go. Yes. Oh, scene. I'm really sorry to put you guys up to this. You already helped me out more than enough yesterday. No problem, don't sweat it. This must be the kind of breaking news every press photographer dreams of being on the scene for. Still, it bothers me. How is it possible that both the Imperial and Republican bases were attacked at the same time? Do you think one attacked first and the other swiftly retaliated? No time to think about that right now. We need to hurry. We need to get to Zender Gate as fast as we can. Right! Whoa, don't ride too roughly. Yep, Zender K. I can't go to the... or... Not supposed to go to the watchtower. Let's have the ladies lead the way today. Hello, ladies.
That's one of the Imperial Army's airships.
This situation is looking worse by the minute.
We need to hurry.
Oh shit, it's going fast. Oh, it's because I'm going fast.
Those are armored cars from the Imperial Army.
Damn, this isn't looking good.
Oh, shit. Looks like the Imperial Army's 3rd Armored Division, and appears they are preparing for deployment. Thanks, everyone. Let me go see if I can get permission to start taking photographs. Wonder where Lieutenant General Vander could be. We need to find him so he can tell us what's going on here. I suspected you might show up. Hey! Lieutenant General, do you have some business to attend to elsewhere, sir? Thought I'd conduct another sweep of the area as a precaution, but never mind that now. You came at the perfect time. A freight train bound for Roar departs 30 minutes from now. I want you all on board that train. Finish up your field study as quickly as you can and return to the academy. What? But sir... While things ultimately depend on the actions of the Republican Army, the bottom line is that we may be mere hours away from armed conflict with the Calvard Republic. I've already informed everyone in the settlement. Did they not relay the message to you? Be that as it may, we can't just turn tail and pretend none of this is happening. Lieutenant General, have you established which side attacked first? Gaius, that's the central question here. It's still under investigation. You have my assurance that the Imperial Army did not attack. We did not make the first move, nor have we retaliated. However, our army's watchtower was destroyed, and several guards lost their lives. As the officer in charge of Zender Gate, I have a duty to act. So there really were fatalities. Let's presume, for the sake of argument, that the damage sustained by the Republican Army's base was in fact deliberate sabotage by their own forces. How bad was the damage? Several of the facilities suffered major structural damage. Their losses appear to be at minimum equal to ours. Honestly, I'd estimate them to be far greater. But if they suffered even more damage than we did, that doesn't make any sense. I'm afraid we've long since passed the point where leisurely discussing our possibilities was an option. I will do all I can to avoid full-scale war, but we're prepared for the possibility of armed conflict, and I suspect they are as well. But that just seems so wrong. If that's your opinion, Lieutenant General, will you at least allow me the chance to investigate what happened on my own? Lieutenant General Vander, Gaius? I investigate on your own? And I'm sure you're aware, I know the Highlands like the back of my hand. And when someone attempts to threaten the peace of my homeland, I won't rest until I've unearthed the truth behind what's happening. You're serious? We'll do everything we can to help you. I think this falls within the scope of our field study, too. No, wait. This is the people of Nord's problem. There's no reason for you all to stay here and risk getting caught in the crossfire. A classmate and friend is staying behind. Isn't that reason enough? I am a son of the House of Albert Rhea. I would never disgrace the honor of my family name by fleeing in the face of danger. Besides, it seems like your people have done a lot for my grandfather. Gaius, do you remember what you said to us back at Heimdallr Station? The most important thing is that we all come back safe and sound. Everything else is secondary. Appears you've lost this one, Gaius. Lieutenant General, It's currently 10:05. I will permit you until 12:30 to conduct your investigation. I will do everything in my power to postpone any potential conflict until at least then. Thank you. Thank you, sir. Oh, they better not put a timer on me. Then we haven't a moment to waste. We should begin by visiting the watchtower that was attacked. Sounds like a good place to start.
Thank you. Really, I appreciate it more than you know.
It's no big deal, honestly. I agree with Elisa. We're classmates after all, and more than that, we're friends.
I wonder how long the scene in the background will keep changing as I do this. Is it like a limited amount of time?
Well, this is clearly of great importance to you.
I know you want to protect your people, but that's not the only reason you're doing this, is it?
You got me. It ties back into why I accepted the Lieutenant General's recommendation and entered the academy too. I'm sure each of you feels the same about your own homes, but I love this land with all my heart. The wind racing across the highlands, the vast mountain peaks, the clear blue of the sky, the breathtaking beauty of the rising sun, the melancholy of the sunset, the twinkling of the stars in the twilight. I love everything about this land of Nord. It's part of who I am.
Wow. I guess it hadn't sunk in how much Nord means to you.
I'm certainly attached to Ruhr, but I can't think of anyone else who would state their love for their homeland so poetically.
If you love it so much, why did you leave it behind? If you truly love Nord, if Nord is such a part of you, what is it that drove you to enroll in a military academy in a foreign land so far away?
I'm not surprised you'd find it strange. To be honest, I'm still not totally
It's
sure
like they're writing in
what to
circles
do
right
with it.
now.
Back when I was a kid, the Republican Army built a base in the Eastern Plains. And the Imperial Army responded in kind with their watchtower. It's made me more uneasy with every passing year. Years ago, a traveling priest from the Septian Church taught me all about the history of the continent. One thing that stood out to me was just how many lives have been lost during the conflicts between the major powers. Another major theme was just how profound of an impact the Orbital Revolution had on people's lives. Even the concepts of time and distance have changed so much. In effect, the Orbital Revolution shrunk the world. It made me realize a sad truth, one that kind of scares me even now, that there was no guarantee my homeland could stay at peace forever. That one day, it might be drawn into outsiders' conflicts and be occupied and redistricted into oblivion.
I can't believe you were thinking about such weighty things even as a kid.
So then, you joined the academy in order to learn more about the outside world that posed a threat to your homeland?
Yeah, something along those lines. When I realized how afraid I was, I knew I couldn't close my eyes. I wanted to do something, anything, to protect this land. As luck would have it, I met the Lieutenant General. He's the one who told me about Thor's military academy. One thing led to another, he offered me a recommendation, and before I knew it, I took him up on his offer. So there I was, green as grass, heading off to study abroad despite having no clue what life in the Empire was like. Thinking back on how it all came together, what you said is probably what I was thinking back then.
Honestly, I've yet to hear a student offer a more galvanizing reason than yours for enrolling at the academy.
I have to agree. I don't know too many people who love their home so much that they leave it behind to find a way to protect it.
It's not a sentiment I can imagine many Erebonians feeling, that's for sure. But I think I finally understand. Lisa? Just an idle thought. But having heard Gaius pour his heart out to us, there's no way we can just walk away from this. Not after the people of Nord gave us such a warm welcome and treated us like family. Indeed, I couldn't have asked for more.
Agreed. We'll get to the bottom of what's going on here and stop war from breaking out.
Nord may not be our home, but it's still an important neighbor. I'll do what I can to aid you.
Thanks, all of you.
He's still riding in circles in these planes. You can see shell damage everywhere. It's even worse than I'd feared. They've confirmed casualties too. I didn't think I'd ever have to see anything like this. As students at a military academy, things like this are always within the realm of possibility, although I hardly expected my first sight of such devastation to be the spark that ignites war with Calvard. This may be too much for students like us to handle. Well, we've all been in situations that looked impossible before, haven't we? And every time we've come through, we just have to stay calm and think. I'm sure we can do something here too. You're right. True, we should focus on doing what we can. Whatever we decide to do, we need to get a better grasp of the situation. Yeah, let's find who's in charge and get their permission to start an investigation. Warrant Officer Samurai, I see. If Lieutenant General Vander has given you his permission, I see no reason to refuse. Thank you. However, I want to make it clear that armed conflict with Calvard could begin at any moment. We've got our hands full staying on guard for any potential threat from the east. I'll permit you to speak with the soldiers here, but don't get in the way of them doing their duties. Understood. Okay, let's get started. We should start by speaking with the soldiers and assessing the damage. That seems wise. When we've gathered all the information we need, we can start piecing it together. Alright, let's go. Ooh, lots of people to talk to. Okay. Huh, is this... What's up, Elisa? Is there something unusual about that scrap of metal? I knew it. This is a mortar shell manufactured by the Reinford Company. Are you sure? Yeah, I've seen them before on the assembly line. There are only a couple models capable of firing this kind of shell. That would suggest that the mortar used to fire it was also made by the Reinford Company. But if we assume that's true, it seems much less likely that the Republic was responsible. True, why would the Republican Army use a weapon made in the Empire? Doesn't make much sense to me. Even if we account for deception, it seems unlikely that Calvard would go this far to conceal their involvement. Though considering the stakes, we can't entirely rule out the possibility. Still, this might prove to be an important clue to solving the mystery. Yeah, important clue indeed.
Yeah.
Hey, Zatz lived? Roan didn't. Roan, why'd you go and die? Wait, Zatz lived. I'm happy. I don't care about Roan. He was a dick. Zatz. He seems pretty down. Can't say I don't understand how he feels, though. It was right when the shifts changed. Roan came out to relieve me, and I was chattering away with him like always. That's when the first shell hit us. Must have been around 3 in the morning. So started around 3 then. Right in the middle of the night. I was on the lookout. I should have noticed something was off, but that explosion completely took me by surprise. I was so sure nothing would ever happen out here that when something actually did, I was totally useless. If I'd just paid a bit more attention, if I'd been a better soldier, Roan might still be with us now. It's not your fault. None of us could have predicted that something like this would happen. You can hardly blame yourself for a lack of vigilance after being stationed in a peaceful area like this for so long. They attacked in the dead of night, knowing your guard would be down. I wonder if it really was the Republican armies doing after all. We need more information before we can say for sure. No, I don't think it was them. There was something else that happened before we came under attack. We heard an explosion coming from the Republican Army's base. When we looked, we saw smoke pouring from it. What? We knew that both bases were attacked, but did both attacks really happen around the same time? If that's so, it's unlikely that either army was responsible. Who is responsible then? We should keep this in mind as we piece things together. Okay. We need to reestablish our surveillance of the Republican Army as soon as possible. From now on, we of the 3rd Armored Division will be stationed here to take over surveillance duties. First and foremost, though, we need to get a thorough understanding of what's going on here. We need to focus all our vigilance toward the east. You may have my permission to conduct your investigation and speak with my men, but stay out of the way as much as you can. This is awful. It really is. It looks like they got hit hard. And to think there were casualties. You know the Imperial Army isn't going to sit and twiddle their thumbs after suffering an attack like this. They have their image to uphold after all. Hey, looks like most of the damage is concentrated on the south side of the building. You think whoever carried out the attack could have done it from the highlands? It seems very likely, but where on the plains could they launch an attack like that from? Well, the highlands are incredibly vast. We need some kind of clue to even know where to start looking. Yeah, hopefully we'll be able to find something here that'll point us in the right direction. And then this last one might trigger something. Let me talk to this guy first. Keep telling Zatz and Manning to get some rest, but they just won't listen. Can't say I blame them, though. They're the only ones who survived the attack without suffering major injuries, after all. System save. Oh, meant to save over there, but whatevs. Whatevs, Clevs. How's the situation with the Republican Army? Looks like they're really hustling over there. We've confirmed a number of armored vehicles entering and exiting the area. We've heard their base got hit pretty badly too, and even from over here, it sure looks that way. Lieutenant General said that the Republican base got hit at least as hard as the Watchtower, if not harder. But we believe they were responsible for that as well. They need an excuse to attack us, and that sure as hell looks like one. Do you really think it's true? That much damage seems awfully excessive. They probably just got overzealous with the explosives. Doesn't make much difference either way. If they're brazen enough to attack us, we'll blow them back across the border. The soldiers here all seem to have their doubts, but without any hard evidence, we're not going to be able to convince them of anything. We should reconsider the possibility that this was a deliberate act of sabotage by Calvard's forces. I think that's all the info we can gather here. I think so too. Now we need to analyze what we've learned. First, we should establish a good picture of what was happening when the attack occurred. That seems like the best place to start. So first of all, what time did the actual attack on the Watchtower happen? It was 3 a.m. It was 3 a.m. Yes, that's what the guard told us. But that wasn't all that was going on. That's right, the Republican Army's base also came under attack, and according to the Lieutenant General, they suffered even greater damage than what happened here. I think we can safely discount the possibility that the Republic Army bombed their own forces then, but there's no evidence that the Imperial Army launched an attack either. All we know is that both attacks happened, and both sides took heavy damage. However, as Elisa said, we have no evidence that suggests that either side was responsible. If we accept that as fact, the most likely scenario is that the responsibility lies with another party entirely. So you think a third party is working behind the scenes to provoke both countries into starting a war? Tensions between the Empire and the Republic are always high, but compared to other areas of similar political value, the Nord Highlands have always been peaceful. I can conceive of no reason... Oh! The nobles. The nobles did it, because the nobles don't like the Imperials, and they're trying to get a war started on two other sides so they can swoop in and attack the weaker party. That's my theory. I can conceive of no reason either country would have decided to break that peace last night. I agree. If anything, it seems that the negatives would outweigh the positives for both parties. If this were Crossbell, it might be a different story, but here, now that you mention it, we found something else odd about the attack on the Watchtower, didn't we? Something that seems to point to a third party's involvement. Something else odd about the attack on the Watchtower. I'll bet she's referring to this. Ready to talk about the time. The weapon. Talk about the mortars used for the attack, right? Exactly. It looks like the orbital mortars they used in the attack were an old Rheinford model, and I for one find it pretty unlikely that the Republic Army is packing Erebonner-made weapons. Indeed, they have little reason to be, considering the Republic has its own major orbital technology manufacturer, the Verne Company, as I recall. Yeah, the Verne Company is responsible for manufacturing most of the arms used by the Republican Army. Then there's the fact that the mortar used here is old. The Imperial Army hasn't used this model for years. I've heard that the military surplus sometimes makes its way onto the black market and ends up in the hands of mercenaries. Knowing that, it seems unlikely that either army chose to use it to cover their attacks. Quite. However, there is a far more pressing question we need to answer. What do you mean? I know where you're going. We need to know where the attack was launched from in the first place. That's going to be difficult to work out. But without the vital detail, all our speculation thus far is for naught. If we intend to avert a war, we need more than we need conclusive evidence. Agreed. But the Highlands are far too vast to just strike out searching blindly, especially with the Lieutenant General's deadline rapidly approaching. Actually, we may not have to start our search blind. If Elisa and Geist will lend me a hand, I may be able to help. Huh? What do you have in mind? If I can factor the location of the damage together with the speed and trajectory of the mortar shells, and then take into account the Highlands winds, I may be able to estimate the area from which the mortar was fired, or potentially anyway. Are you serious? It sounds easier said than done. I'll do what I can. She's too smart. Are you familiar with the specifics of the shell that was used? I think so. It's an old model, but I should be able to give you some rough data. Hee, that should be plenty. Anyway, let's have another look at those damage areas and start our calculations. Please come with me, everyone. Right. Cool. Alright, I think I've calculated a rough location. I believe the mortar was fired from a location to the south of here. Using the map as a reference point, it was likely launched from somewhere in this area. And according to my calculations, the launch site shouldn't be too far from here. Wow, I can't believe you managed to work that out. That's well beyond the level of the mathematics we cover in class. I'll really enjoy watching Rignitz really sweat it out trying to best you on our next midterm. Aha, just a little applied physics. Couldn't have done it without Elisa and Gaius' help. Looks like we've got a nice big piece of the puzzle right in our hands. Sure seems like it. Let's take off and start looking. Right. Rain and the others reported their findings to the soldier in charge and asked him to relay the intel to Zendergate. Afterward, they set out on horseback to begin their search. Alright, let's start looking for where the mortar was actually fired from. If what Emma calculated is correct, it should have been fired from a point south of the watchtower, and most likely from a point that's easy to overlook, so it's not found out. Let's see if we can find anywhere that fits the description. We'll likely need to rely on the map to help us. I wonder if the culprit could still be there. Regardless, we should see what we can find. Oh, shit, right there. A little cut right there, okay. Let's save and run down there. We're gonna get to the bottom of this. No cliffhanger today. Hey, over there. You found something? What's a rope ladder doing all the way up there? I can hardly believe its presence here to be mere chance. Do the people of Nord use this area for anything? Not that I've ever known of. This just got much more suspicious then. Perhaps the mortar was fired from somewhere up here. It definitely seems worth a look. I'm just not sure we're going to get up there. We can't reach that rope ladder from down here. I see no way to climb up the cliff face itself either. If you have any suggestions, now would be a fine time. I believe I have an idea. If we were to make use of Elise's orbital bow? My bow? How? Well, if you were able to hit the cord that's tying the rope ladder, perhaps it would unroll itself, allowing us to climb up. I'm glad you think I'm that good of a shot, but I really don't see it working. Aha, it was just a thought. Well, it's not like we have any better ideas. Why not give it a try? True enough, and the time is one resource we don't have much of right now. Searching for some manner of tool to pull it down would cost us precious time as well. I can't really argue with that. Alright, here goes nothing. She did something. Wait, what? It actually worked? Seemed to have the makings of a great hunter. Seems like this is a day for lucky shots. We'll have to start calling her Quick Draw Elisa. Was I just imagining things, or did that arrow glow for a second? Well, now that we can reach the ladder, why don't we have a look off on top of the cliff? Yeah, let's see what's up there. Alright. Now I'm afraid. Now I gotta save again. I'm getting paranoid, guys. Oh. There. Exactly the smoking gun we were looking for, too. Oh, shit. Well, old orbital mortars. All Rhineford models to it, and it looks like they've been used recently. So this is where they were hiding them. I can see why they chose this place. Who would think to look here? They must have fled the area after firing them last night, leaving the launchers where they were. But unfortunately, these alone do not furnish enough evidence to avert the war. You're right, unfortunately. We just had a bit more evidence. Still, this is a solid step forward for our investigation. Perhaps we should return to Zender Gate and let the Lieutenant General know. That sounds like a good idea. Alright, let's go report. Okay. Oh! There. Isn't that... Oh, shit. It's that flying object we saw fleeing from Auroch's fort near Maaaaaaaaar. There's no mistaking something that's changed, and it looks like it's carrying something. It can't be a coincidence that they didn't show up now of all times. They're heading northwest, and we're going after them. Right. Saddle up. Chase and find the floating silver object before time runs out. Oh, fantastic.
We can't let them get away!
Right. We need to overtake them.
Well, I'm dashing, but it doesn't seem to be...
Crap, they're fast.
Just don't lose sight of them.
Where are they going? Where are they going? Holy crap.
They touched down near the stone circle? There's no escape for them now.
Should save. I can't save. Definitely saw them land around here. I can sense someone up ahead. Really? Yeah, I'm betting it's that thing we're chasing. Ah, so our quarry is finally within reach. I think it was carrying a young girl. Well, we'll find out what we're dealing with soon enough. AP increased. Oh, I can save it now. Okay. Let's put Eustace in, because he has an ability. Actually. Eustace and Gaius. Nope, Eustace and Gaius. Oh, stupid.
Yeah.
There they are. She really does look like a child. But what is that silver construct with her? Save the speculation for later. We need to capture them before they escape.
I think that about covers everything. Now, what to do? It'd be easy enough to overpower them, but there's a good chance some of them would get away. But just killing them all seems really cruel too.
Halt! Stay where you are!
Ooh, it's the military academy students.
She knows about us?
How?
Just who are you?
And what's that thing beside you?
Oh boy.
So, who are you? Were you involved with the attacks on the Watchtower and the Republican Army's base?
We'd rather not accuse you of a crime you didn't commit, but can you at least tell us who you are and what you're doing here?
Aw, how did I end up being the bad guy? This is gonna make things a bit sticky. Oh, I know what I can do! Everything will go hunky-dory if you guys help me out.
What?
What?
What are you talking about?
But first, I hope you won't mind if I give you a little test, just to be sure you're up to the challenge.
Is that a challenge?
Milliam Orion.
I'm Milliam Orion. And this is Aragetlam, but you can just call him Lammy for short. Okay, let's get started!
Oh, crap.
Let's get started!
It's my turn.
I can do this. Turn to flames. Burn!
Go! All right, let's do this.
Leave it to me.
Lemony Hawk.
Grant me your strength. Lemony Hawk!
Jeez.
Lammy, barrier!
What?
Thanks!
Very well.
Oh,
I'll
shit.
handle this.
Get to again? Oh, the
I
barrier's
can
gone.
do this.
There!
Here we go.
Oh, yeah, she's going
It's
down.
my turn. There. They're open.
Rush.
All right.
Oh, she's almost done.
My turn.
Though I should probably,
I can do this.
actually, I'll use it now while I can. She's almost dead, but might as well battle scope her. Mysterious girl gives orders to the silver combat puppet with her overpowering foes with powerful strikes.
Go.
Oh, I missed.
Right back at him!
Oh,
Lammy, barrier!
damn it. Should have just finished her off.
Thanks!
All right. There.
I can do this. Turn to flames.
Flame Birch.
Guess I let my guard down.
Yeah, you did.
That takes care of them.
Wow, you guys are pretty tough.
Ah,
Yep, looks like you'll be great for the job, all right.
We've had quite enough of your wild chases and your games.
You were the one who attacked both of those military facilities, weren't you?
Oh, no, that wasn't me. Ugh, what can I say to make you believe me?
Just tell us what you can. Anything you know that might help us find out who was actually responsible.
You said you wanted our help? If helping you would restore peace to the Highlands, we're ready to help out however we can. But you have to talk to us. Help us understand what's happening.
Come on, you two.
I hope you don't come to regret your naivete.
You said your name was Milliam, right? We really don't have much time. So could you tell us what it is you want our help with?
Well, what I want you to help me with is capturing the small armed group responsible for attacking the Watchtower and the Republican Army's base.
What did you just say?
You saw those mortars earlier, right? There's a bunch more hidden near the Republican Army's base. I'm guessing it was the same group that set them up at both locations.
Wait.
Do you have any idea who this armed group might be?
Well, I'm not 100% sure or anything, but they look like a bunch of Jaeger dropouts, so I'm guessing they're working for a pretty meaty chunk of Mira. I was on my way to go find out for sure.
Wait, then...
You know where they are?
Sure do. They're up in the north of the Highlands. If you promise to help me out, I'd be happy to show you the way. So, how about it?
Alright, you have our aid. I'm Reen Schwarzer, Thor's Military Academy, Class 7.
Gaius Wurzel.
I'm Elisa Reinford. It's, nice to meet you.
My name is Emma Milstein. It's a pleasure to make your acquaintance.
Eustace Alberea. And just so you know, you still have much to answer for regarding your intrusion into Auroch's fort.
You knew that was us, huh? It'd
Who's
be
us?
super cool if we could just, put that whole thing behind us for the time being.
If we must.
Now.
Nice to meet you all, too. Anyway, what are we just hanging around here for? Let's make for the north of the Highlands.
Alright, but I'd like to swing by the settlement first.
Yeah, we should use your telephone to report back to Zendergate about everything we found out so far.
Okay, let's get going then. Oh, yeah. Are you going to be riding on the back of your... thing?
Well, I could, but I think I'm gonna ride on the back of your horse instead.
Wait, what?
Lammy!
Whoa! It vanished.
And the way it did so seems familiar somehow.
It's like
Come on,
instructor
are we going or not?
Sarah. Hot teacher.
Let's go catch us some big bad wannabe Jaegers!
And Jaegers. Oh boy. Milliam joined the party. For a reason unknown, she's carrying an Arcus unit and is capable of forming complex links with the other party members. Whoa! What level is she? She's also 33. Nice! Well, I gotta put her in the party now. Let's see what we're looking at wise. We got next 5,000, 2,900, 2001. Let's... Okay. Is she a ranged person? Breaker arm. What? Strength plus 310. Sturdy leather, rigid shoes. Cannot equip. Cannot equip. Okay. Can't change her equipment. Oh wait, orbments. Arts, Tira, Quartz, Defense 2, Tira, Grand Press. Can't give her anything. She has Hydro Cannon, Silverthorn, and Attack 2. Aegis. Earth Elemental Master. Reflect magic damage and gain immunity against physical damage. Interesting. Okay. System. Save. And definitely, I think we're going to call this an episode. We found out who might be involved. We met Milliam. She joined the party. I don't know for how long. She seems like a temporary member, the way that they're treating her with my equipment and stuff. So I'm really excited to see where this is going now. So we'll see you guys on tomorrow's episode of RPG Corner. Thank you guys for watching. Please don't forget to smash the like button, drop down and leave a comment if you feel like it, and subscribe if you haven't already. Help the channel grow. See you guys in the next one. Peace out.